Greetings, I'm Craig Smizer with 5 Realty.
And I'm Michael Zook at Zook Eats Austin on Instagram. And guess what? We are here at Rockman Coffee and Bakeshop.
For this episode of Discover Austin Eats,
a podcast.
All right, so we are at Rockman Coffee and Bakeshop, and they're at 2400 Cesar Chavez. You can find them online at rockmanatx.com. Michael, why have we selected Rockman for today?
We are here for all of the gluten. All of the gluten. Pastries. This place has been here for, gosh, not too long.
Opened October of 2024.
Yep. And I have been a fan since, I want to say, somewhere around 2015 over at the other place on the South Congress area. And of course, wherever Amanda is, I'm following her and her Kouign Amann. And so we are here. I work 2 doors down. And so it's a very dangerous place to work because I have to walk right by this shop on my way to my car every single time I'm down here. But there's really, I feel like of all the bake shops in Austin, and there actually are wonderful, lots of wonderful ones.
Yeah.
This one is my favorite. It's like the best laminated pastries, which is, like kind of that layered croissant mixed with, layers of dough and butter and then folded and folded and folded. And then bacon, it's so flaky. And, actually, I was reading Amanda's bio on her website earlier, and one of the things she talks about is like, it's just so great to have a pastry that ends up mostly on your shirt. And me and a friend of mine, we always call it pastry shrapnel. Like when you cut in or you take that first bite and there's like and it just is everywhere. So this is actually one of those places that I hope I end up
Perfectly acceptable.
With all of the things on
right.
My shirt. So
that's right.
Why we are here. And we've got a whole pastry case to choose from.
Yep.
And we are going to choose.
We're going to get in there, that's for sure.
Yeah, we are.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get Amanda Rockman out here to sit down with us, and that's next up.
Yeah. Transition slide.
All right, so we are now joined by Amanda Rockman, the proprietor of Rockman Coffee and Bakeshop. So Amanda, the first thing I want to ask about is you've got a lot of accolades over the years between different awards, and you've been on some shows. So the James Beard semi-finalists. I'm not going to rattle them all off. There's a lot of them. Check out the website if you want to see them all. But maybe highlight some of your favorites or ones that you're most proud of.
Sure. I think the one that I'm probably the most proud of, and this one's like from eons ago, was the Jean Banchet Awards. And it was for, I think it was like up and coming pastry chef when I was at the Bristol. So it was like my first real break in Chicago. And it's a lot of times, I think you're voted by like your peers. So that meant a lot to me. And it was like my first award. And I remember that moment. I think my smile was like this big. And it just was like, I felt like I was like on the right path. If my peers thought I was doing a good job, then I felt like validated. So that's probably my favorite.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any comments on any of the shows?
Shows are shows. They're great. They're a good story when we get into it, but I think that I'm not really super competitive with other people. I'm more competitive with myself. So it's not necessarily my genre. And to be honest, when for Top Chef, like I didn't even apply. They from a chef in town, and they reached out to me, and I really just wanted a free flight to Los Angeles because I was broke and my sister lived in Los Angeles to meet the producers. And then all of a sudden they were like, "You're on the show," and I was like, so then I actually I had never watched it before. So I watched, and this is like a long time ago. I was like 28, and I'm now. So it was definitely an experience. I don't think that I would do it again. I mean, I don't know. Different strokes for different folks.
Oh yeah,
good.
Well, and the progression of like where you probably go is like, okay, that was great, and now
and then of course like I did beat Bobby Flay, and I think I had like one too many glasses of wine, and the PR for the company that I worked for was like, I'm gonna stay with the meeting, and I was like, okay, and then all of a sudden I had a meeting on my calendar, and I was like, what is this for? And she was like, "You're meeting with producers at Beat Bobby Flay," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna bomb the interview, and so I don't have to do it." And so I remember the question they asked me is, "What would it mean to you if you beat Bobby Flay?" And I said, "Nothing." And then they booked me, and I was like, "Damn it!" And no one knows on that show, I was actually passing 2 kidney stones at the same time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes. Okay, can we also have that deconstructed tiramisu here sometime?
We actually have a tiramisu latte that has the mousse that's in that Beat Bobby Flay on top of a tiramisu.
Available all day?
Available all day. Just started
Okay.
maybe 2 weeks ago.
I'll be getting that later today. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to ask a little deeper question. So, I came out of, well, I still am in the creative arts. And, something that I think early on when I started teaching was sort of the battle of like, do I go and work under people and kind of learn? And how long do I do that? And then sort of this desire within me to kind of break out and do my own thing and be creative. And so I think the older I got, the more I realized like, oh man, I should have stayed under people longer to like learn and instead of struggle on my own. And so really the question for you would be like, because you spent years working with people and being mentored. How did you know when it was the right time to sort of step out onto your own? And then when you did step out onto your own, is there anything that happened that you didn't expect as a pastry shop owner? Like, when you're in charge of a lot of different things.
Yeah,
and so like,
a lot of hats.
what came up that you were like, oh, that's interesting?
Okay, let's just take this bite by
I know.
Okay, so how did I know to go on my own?
Yep.
I always thought I'd work for other people, and I've worked for some really great dynamic groups, and it was actually COVID that made me really rethink. I remember being, I was a director role at that time, and I remember being in the meetings when they're trying to figure out, what to do, and I think that's when I had my aha moment where like, oh, no one knows what they're doing. I can be someone who doesn't know what they're doing too.
Yes, you can.
And I think in that moment, it was like I can be scared. Everyone's scared.
Yes.
And so I decided to take a leap of faith and believe in what I do. That maybe it can actually work out. I'm not a huge risk taker, and it's people think that's kind of ironic because like I'll do like the shows or I'll open my own business. I don't consider myself a risk taker, but I had to put a lot of faith in myself that I can do this. And the thing is, like, I don't think I'm the most talented person. I just know I will outwork anybody.
There you go.
And so something that I found out is that you can't do everything. And I really wanted to. Like, I wanted to be my own accountant because I really like numbers and I'm good at accounting, and I wanted to do this, and I want to do my own social media. And I found out that, like, I can't be everybody.
Yeah.
And that I needed to bring in individuals and work with trust to allow me to be able to focus on the things that I needed to focus on the business and like
Right.
and still the day to day, but like I can't be the accountant.
Totally.
I can't edit all the social media stuff. Like I need to bring in talented people who understood my vision to help me.
Right. Well, and trusting those people is like that for me. It's always like
It's hard.
You
You
go.
have to find the right people. Sometimes it's like
Yes.
the first match isn't a match, and like, oh, well, I made that mistake, and then I have a tendency to like be really hard on myself. Like if you make a mistake, and a lot of it comes from my fine dining background. It's like you just don't make a mistake.
Yeah.
That like you just be able to recognize the mistake, and you need to move forward with intention
Yeah.
to fix it.
All right, so you've got a couple taglines here.
Yep.
So
Tagline.
let's roll through. The first one is like right under the sign in front. Caffeine, gluten, sugar, butter, booze. Explain.
Love to. Thank you for asking about that. I figured I'm sure if somebody saw the sign Rockman, they'd be like, what is a Rockman? So I wanted to be so literal about what we have here. Also, these are our 5 pillars. The caffeine, gluten, sugar, butter, booze. So these are the things that I love. These are the things that we have here. If you like one of those 5 or 2 of those 5 or all 5 of 5, you will find it here. And so again, I'm just like being so literal as to what we have. Like it's really as simple as that. Like it wasn't even like this like crazy marketing decision. It was just like I'm literally going to put up what we have.
And actually, I like it because a lot of those things, right? We hear, oh, gluten-free. Oh, we know how much sugar's in there. Oh, it's like you are upfront.
I'm classic.
I'm
I'm classically
Yes.
trained. We offer the classic stuff. Like a lot of people will come in here and they'll be like, they'll look at the 8-foot case and they'll be like, I can't believe this is all gluten free, and I'll be like,
What?
There's
it says
extra
outside, and they'll be
gluten.
like, yeah, but it's like free, and I'm like, no, we are riddled with gluten here.
Full of gluten.
Riddled with gluten here.
Put extra gluten in.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And then the other one, which is make it nice or make it twice.
Yeah, it's on our T-shirt. So that's my mentor, Celine Polano. I worked under her at the Peninsula Hotel in Chicago. We were the #1 hotel at the time. We had 5 outlets. One was a 2-star Michelin. Like, she taught me technique, and a lot of it was just like, you know, you need to come in with intention with your day. Like, you need to, you know, what is the saying? Like, you know, measure twice, cut once. It's just like, you need to get it right the first time. So you need to read your recipe, you need to get your ingredients, you need to order things correctly, you need to write your recipes correctly so that you're making things with intention and you're consistent. Consistency is so unbelievably important in pastry. So I just wanted the people that work here to understand that, like, another thing that I say here is, like, we give a shit. Like, it's just like, you know, sometimes it's really easy to phone it in. I don't want to phone it in. Like, I want to care. If I'm spending X amount of hours at work, like, I want to make sure that, like, I'm enjoying it, and the people that are receiving the product are understanding that, like, we really thought about it.
That's awesome. Okay, so I've been a fan for a long time of the pastries. Ever since,
thank you.
Yes. Ever since South Congress Hotel, like, that started, I was there. In fact, I was there. I don't want to say day one, but I was there week one. I mean, I was there early.
I love that.
And one of the pastries that I fell in love with was the Kouign Amann.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, my first Kouign Amann was at Manana.
Oh, I ruined you for life.
It ruined me. And actually, okay, there was a 1 week where you had the regular Kouign Amann, and then you were like, okay, we're gonna put like a chocolate version. It was a chocolate ganache.
Yep.
And I was there that 1 week.
It's so rich.
And I opened it up and it just went everywhere, and I was like, oh. And I came back the next week and it became a mousse, and I was like, I know why.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I want that to come back. Okay, so, like, for me, the laminated pastry at Manana, Amanda Rockman, was really like the peak of laminated pastries in Austin, I felt like, at that time. And so I've been following that all the way over to here. And so my question for you is there anything over the years that you just are really proud of that you've created? And it can be anything that you have now or anything that you've done in the past, but
I mean, so much. I mean,
so many things.
What I love about this career is that you're constantly learning. Like, the other day, we have this Parisian flan that's on the weekends, and I was rolling out the pie dough, and one of my cooks was like, oh, just like do it this way to get it off the shell, like to shape it. And I was like I'd always use a knife.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I'm constantly learning, and it's just like, it's such a treat. I will say my new favorite thing probably that I've made in the last year are the bagels and the schmear. I am not a natural bread baker. I struggle sometimes with, like, finding it to be enjoyable. My favorite time is 2:30. Every day we shape bagels, and I love the schmears. Like, I could eat this every day. They're rip and dip style, so they're still boiled, they're still baked, they're still have that beautiful little bubble, but they're like a little softer than these. I don't want to work for my bread, personally.
Yes.
And the schmears are, like, more inventive. We have a French onion dip, a garlic herb one. We have a floated lox. We used to have a cheesecake one. Like, they're not just like, I feel like every bagel shop has, like, the scallion, the strawberry, the blueberry, and it's like, and it's great. That's why they're classics. But I wanted to do something a little bit more creative and a little bit more flavorful. Like the French onion dip, like, just smother. I'm good.
Everywhere.
I'm so happy with it.
Those bagels are insane. Because yes. If you're
a 90s kid, that's for you.
She's right there.
I know, she's looking right at me.
I've had the bagels here so many times, and actually I work 2 doors down, so I come in and I get 6 at a time, and I put them in my freezer.
Yeah, they freeze really well.
They do, but I've been saying this. I'm going to say it on camera. It's the best bagel in Austin, and here's why. Because the inside of the bagel is soft, and the outside has all those tiny little bubbles, but it's like extra chewy, and that's what I want in a bagel. I want it to be really chewy, but then, like, the inside to be soft
and not dense.
But dense is kind of the classic bagel, and I'm like, I don't like a dense.
And I get it. If you're a classic bagel person, maybe not for you. I just have an open mind. And when you rip and dip, you tear from the middle. Okay?
Yes.
Don't go middle.
Excellent bagel. Excellent bagel. Right here at Rockman. Anytime.
Man, I think you're gonna get some conversation about this for sure.
Well,
Some New Yorkers who want to
well,
chime in.
and
right?
I know
Yep.
that it's not, but you know what? I went to New York and all the bagels are very similar. They're just all dense
Yep.
and they don't really.
Pop-up bagel, I think, is probably the only one. They're baking like to order.
Yeah.
But if you have that bagel like 6 hours later, it's pretty firm.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Delicious though.
But come to Rockman and grab some bagels and throw them in individual Ziplocs in the freezer. 30 seconds in the microwave is plenty. And then cut it in half and bake it.
I went to Palm Springs to visit my sister. She lives in LA, and I packed like a dozen bagel like in a Ziploc bag, and it was fine. Like we had it for breakfast 3 days later, and they were
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Did you have another one?
I just want to just talk about the hours.
Yes.
It's a little.
Yeah.
They open at either 8 or 9, depending on the day of the week. Always closing at 7.
Always closing at
Right.
7.
So if people think of pastry shops, that's a little bit late, but you're more than pastry. So explain.
Yeah. So the name is Rockman Coffee and Bakeshop. So the intention was, yes, like we went really hard on the pastry case, and I'm a classically trained pastry chef, and I own it, but I also love beverage. So we have a full-on coffee program. It's classic, coffee like, cappuccinos, cortados, macchiatos, but then like we also have our fun ones like our tiramisu latte, and we have like a spicy solstice, but you can also get beer, wine, vermouth cocktails. We also have a beautiful tea program. So the intention is like, again, like some people want to have a beverage later on in the day. And also like, I didn't want to like close like at 4 or 5 because some people want to have a pastry later in the evening or for the next day. So I wanted people to be able to drive after work, pick up their pastries, especially happy hour, which is between 6 and 7. It's half off of all pastry, so that they can they can have their stuff for their next day.
Yeah.
So, and also like we're on the east side. We are embedded in it's called Hollywood. People who want to come have a drink, after work, they can do so because this is part of their community.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing, I think this is our last question, but one thing that we love doing, actually this whole thing was started as just a chance to go out and promote people. Like people that are just killing it every week, year after year. And so, in the sense of promoting and recognizing so many people doing so many great things, I love that you actually do a lot of collabs. I missed the last one, the Oyster Co.
23 minutes is sold out. I was like, holy
I
think we're looking to maybe do another one. I got to talk to Drew, but
Yes.
I'm so excited for that to open.
Oh, it looked so good. And then I missed the little barbecue one.
Oh, that one
Oh my
was
God, also amazing,
epic.
which I'm looking at right now. It's right out the window. Okay, so the question is, when you're not eating at Rockman and making all the pastries, where are you eating in Austin?
Okay, so if I'm gonna throw down some cash,
Yes.
my number one restaurant is Fukumoto.
Steve White?
That uni pasta.
Yes.
It's so good.
Fukumoto.
Also, like they have got some like really classic, like they have like a daikon, which is like traditional izakaya. The
Yes.
sushi's good. The drinks are good. It's bomb. My other favorite restaurant is Ezov. So it's Cesar Chavez. It's Mediterranean Israeli food. The chef Bertie does an incredible job. It's predominantly vegetarian. And like there is no bread on earth that like that group can't do. Like Emmer and Rye, like Tavel. There's no flatbread that man
Yes.
cannot make amazing.
Gosh.
And so there's like tons of spreads, and also they have one of my favorite martinis. It's an everything bagel martini. I think that's what it's called. Delicious.
I haven't had that yet.
So good. So good. So those are probably my top 2 like higher end restaurants. But I generally like to go eat Indian food. So I like Saffron.
Yes.
I like what's that Thai place I like a lot? F11. Saps. F11
Oh,
at
yes,
Saps.
yes.
Snaps.
Uh-huh.
F11. Laura Sawicki, that's for you.
Gosh, Saps.
Saps is delish.
Saps is, oh, it's so good.
So, I generally like to kind of eat like more Asian cuisine if I'm not cooking at home.
Of course.
But those are probably like my favorite go-tos. And then there's that sandwich place I was talking to you about that's down the street, my newest obsession. Woodneck
right?
Kitchen.
Woodneck.
At Dainty
We're
Bellow.
coming.
It has a turkey sandwich with apple and this bacon jam, and it's on this like crusty buttered bread, and it's like this thick. It's just like I'm dreaming. I had it a week ago, and I everything is I can't believe I'm not leaving here to go get that.
Turkey sandwich,
Dinner
apple.
tonight.
You had me right there.
Yeah.
Bacon
We also have a
jam.
chicken cutlet. Oh, it's so good.
Okay,
Yeah, it's two dudes. They're super nice as well.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, Amanda, we appreciate the time.
Pleasure.
We're going to dive in and enjoy some
luck to
pastries
you.
again.
Oh, yes.
Thanks very much.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, well, now it is time to actually eat the pastries, drink the beverages. Michael, you're drinking right now. Tell us about it. You mentioned it earlier. Let's hear about it.
Okay. Well, this is a very lucky day that I even brought up with Amanda the deconstructed tiramisu that helped her beat Bobby Flay. And this is the Tiramisu Latte, and it has the same mascarpone cream that was in that episode. You must. It's a must. Little ladyfinger. Let's dip her in. And then in front of us, we've got quite the spread.
We do. There's a lot of stuff on here. We're going to try it all. We're going to share about it all. So let's.
Okay.
What do you want to start with? Just pick
That's
any-
really it. It's like, where do we start? Okay.
All right.
Can we start at the very beginning, right here?
Yes.
This is what made me fall in love with Amanda Rockman pastries. This is the Kouign Amann. Classic spelling, obviously, with a K.
Yeah, explain the spelling, because if you come in here and you're looking through the case and you're looking for the thing labeled Queen, Queen, you're going to look for a long time.
Yeah. It's spelled Kouign.
Which is exactly how I think most of us would have spelled it, but I just wanted to mention it for those few of you who wouldn't.
He's right. And what this is, it's a laminated pastry, and it's like my two favorite things. Like, the flavors that are predominant are butter and honey, and it's just it's utter perfection. And it's simple, it's beautiful. So as my hand
Yes.
sunk into the
And
layers.
again, it's audio for a lot of people, so we're going to explain it. I mean, it's circular, but with a squared off top where the edges are curved up.
A lot of people cook it like they'll put it in like a muffin pan, and they'll cook it like in the muffin pan, and then it expands out of that. And usually it's cut into squares and then put into a muffin pan, and so it has these like little pointy edges.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. The exterior of it is crunchy. It's a little bit sticky, and when you look at it on the inside, it's very light and airy.
Yeah.
In there.
Beautiful. And there's a couple different versions of the Kouign Amann that kind of come often on the menu. It's just like, I feel like this is what I need with a coffee. Like, if I have this, rip, dip into the latte, eat, coffee, enjoy my life. It's just the perfect pastry.
So good.
We do have quite a lot here to kind of go over. Okay. Let's talk about the bagel.
Okay, the bagel.
We've got two plays on bagels here. One, we've got the actual bagel. This is the everything bagel. In my opinion, this is the best bagel in Austin. It's not a classic bagel. It has a dense interior. It's actually pretty light, very chewy exterior. I mean, covered in all of the seasoning. And what they do here is, it's not a typical kind of bagel shop thing where you would get the bagel, they'd slice it in half, toast it. They actually toast the whole thing, and then they hand it to you toasted this way. And the idea is rip,
From the inside out.
rip, and then dip in the schmear. And they've got a lot of really fun schmears. Today, the schmears that we have, and I'm starting with French onion right here. So it's my everything bagel dipped into French onion, and you've got your everything bagel dipped into the garlic herb schmear. I'll let you go first. I love a good everything bagel because look at the table. It's destroyed. It has so many of the seasonings on top, and it's really a battle scene at the end.
I mean, you expect from a bagel, right? The chewiness, and we've got the chewiness there. But like you said, it's crunchy on the outside and a little bit lighter than you would normally expect from a bagel on the inside. And the the schmear was awesome. The one that I had. We're gonna dive into this one.
I always buy these bagels. I put them in individual Ziplocs and throw them all in the freezer. And then every evening after 9 p.m., I have my evening bagel. You take it out of the freezer, put it in the micro for 30 seconds, and then slice it open and toast it. But I want to take this French onion smear and put it on, like, I like to do bacon, egg, a thin slice of tomato, and it's tomato season right now, so, and a little bit of like scallion, but this is really an outstanding bagel.
And both of these are going to be good on really just about anything you put them on. They're excellent.
And you know, you got to stop me. I probably shouldn't have 2 bites of any of these because
I know, but as we go through, we might regret it by the time we get to the end. So, speaking of which, finish chewing and then choose our next.
we're gonna
pastry.
stick with the everything. We now have an everything bagel Danish. This is laminated pastry. It's sort of like old school kolache where you have the dough and then pressed down in the middle you would put fruit or cream cheese or something like that. But this is a laminated pastry, so like croissant dough. Pressed down in the middle is like everything bagel cream cheese. So cheers.
Cheers.
Boom. Get ready for the explosion. Buttery, flaky. We're adding to the mess. We're gonna need a vacuum after this.
But that's really, I mean, that's really good. I mean, just that cream cheese, everything just comes right out at you. There's
really
no
does.
denying it. I mean, it's designed to mimic the flavor of the bagel. Done an excellent job with it.
Yep. That's such a great pastry. And they have a different version of it as well, where it's the same pastry, but with cream cheese and a fruit spread. And this is going to be guava. I think that's cream cheese right here.
Should be.
And it's guava, this one specifically. So we've got a sweet pairing, brother and sister, if you will. Oh, I love that one. People aren't doing enough with guava these days.
No, you don't hear too much about it, but that is delicious. Yeah, personally, while the everything was great, to me nothing is better on a Danish than it's that cream cheese.
Yep.
And I don't care if it's cherries or blueberries, lemon, guava. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Actually, you can't go wrong with anything here.
No.
They really do care a lot about the pastry and about how everything is coming out from, from the cookies all the way to the bagels. I want to save that for last. That's my favorite thing on the entire menu. Let's jump into the cookies. This is my friend's favorite thing on the Rockman menu, and it is the corn cookie. Corn is sort of like this hybrid of savory and sweet. It can kind of do both. It can go in both directions. And I feel like it's probably the thing that has been the most successful in both directions, savory and sweet. And it's got marshmallows on it. It's chewy. It's like the marshmallow that's melted is like stretchy. And
Well, I mean, the flavor that comes through, I mean, it's not like I'm eating a corn on the cob. It's more like there's a bit of a cornbread, right? It's more that take on it, and that's excellent. The marshmallow really is an extra added bonus.
yeah, and I don't think it's overly sweet, which I love.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Now, one of the things, before we go on, we've got a lot of things in front of us. I don't know, probably about a dozen things.
Yeah.
The menu in general, they've got, I think it's 18 pastries during the week. And then on the weekends, they add some more, another 6 or 8. And then there's often a special pastry or two as well. So from a pastry side, that's what you can expect when you come here. And when you come on the weekend, I was here, I don't know, 10 days ago or so on a weekend. And it is daunting trying to figure out what you want to get. You're going to want to get all of it.
And you often do.
And so, it just take your time. You're going to come here more than once because you're going to love it all and you're going to want to try it all.
Yeah. Well, and the weekends are really great because a lot of times the weekends are when the collabs happen with other places around town. We mentioned this earlier, but they did a laminated pastry with La Barbecue, which is across the street, you know? So it's hard to beat a James Beard finalist pastry chef and some Michelin star barbecue in one collab. Like, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And then the last one was like Austin Oyster Company, and they just had these really beautiful seafood mixed with pastry. And so, like, watch the Instagram, watch the Rockman Instagram. It's really active, and so you'll get a lot of information there. This is one of Amanda's favorites. I know. I messaged her on Instagram, I don't know, a few months back, and was like, "What do you really love?" And this is the oat crack cookie. It's just, again, it's not overly sweet. It's just a great cookie. I feel like we're in an era of really thin cookies. If you're in the cookie world, I don't know if you run into those like back alley circles of, you know, cookies and what's hot. You probably remember like the giant cookies that are like really tall, right? And then a lot of times they'll like fill them like with, you know,
Whatever they want.
And I feel like cookie places are actually starting to flip that and do like ultra thin, really wide cookies, which I think what you do is you add more butter and it actually causes the cookie to spread on the pan. And that's actually how I always love cookies. This is the oat.
You could also just smush the heck out of it before you bake it.
No, that's not appropriate.
No, not at all.
No, not classic. That's
right.
not the classic training.
All right.
Okay.
I was not classically trained on cookie baking. My cookie baking was learned on the fly.
Yeah, well, you do have a lot of experience.
I
at
do
least
have
watching
experience
and
with
eating
cookies. Yes, I do have experience.
If you know, you know. Going back to the tiramisu latte. Okay, I think we've gotten through about half of it.
We're getting there.
Okay.
How about cinnamon roll?
All things cinnamon? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to the brown butter cinnamon roll. For a long time, the Amanda Rockman cinnamon roll at Manana was the gold standard of cinnamon roll. Nothing has changed since coming over here to her own shop. I'm a big fan of all things brown butter.
Oh. Now, I'm going to admit, I've been here a number of times. I have not had this yet. This is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
I love a cinnamon roll, and man, I don't know what is in the frosting, but it is delicious.
It's just like cooking that butter down until it gets that sort of nutty flavor, and it actually turns just brown. And then you mix that butter into the icing as you're making the icing. And it really does add a different dimension to the flavor.
It's a light icing. Generally, whether it's cake, I'm very picky on a cake icing, and on a cinnamon roll, lots of times I don't even want icing. I want more of the caramel on it.
Okay.
But this icing is extraordinary.
Okay, I am gonna jump into the Basque Cake. I'm gonna go straight to the bottom. As you can see, there is some beautiful fruit situations happening at the bottom. It really looks like,
And for those on audio, it is a tall cylindrical
yeah, it is.
pastry.
As are you.
That's right. That's how oftentimes people describe me.
Oh, he's that tall cylindrical pastry man.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Is that pineapple? It's almost like a pineapple upside down cake, right? Maybe it's, I don't know. That's really good.
That is good.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a breath. I'm gonna align my chakras. All right, we've got a few more to go.
If you need a break, we'll talk a bit about the shop here. Like we said, 2400 Cesar Chavez. Come on in. They've got some few tables sitting around. They've got some chairs you can sit at, tables looking out over Cesar Chavez itself. Really, nicely laid out. And we talked about your coffee. We talked about the pastries. Those are the two big things, but as Amanda, told us, they do have some drinks available, and they'll also, have drinks infused in some of the pastries, or some of the stuff that they do here.
It looks like you got a tea.
Yeah, I got just a basic iced tea. I didn't want anything too complicated as we're trying all of
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
But they've got a whole array of different coffees, teas, specialty drinks.
All of the things. Highly recommend this tiramisu latte, though.
Yep.
Okay. Looks like we have 4 more items. I'm a little shocked that we have anything left, but okay, here's what we're gonna do. These are some of my favorites. So we're gonna go first with the almond poppy seed. It's the almond poppy seed cake. This, I think, is actually pretty masterful. And what I always do is, if they have the end piece, I always ask for the end piece. It's crunchy, and usually you would think that the end piece is a lesser piece. And this is why I say it's pretty masterful. I'm not sure how the moist part of the cake meets the edge. It like right to the edge, like it is just as moist on the crust
So what you're
as
saying
it is in the interior.
this is your version of the barbecue burnt end right here at a pastry shop.
do I
mean,
do
that's
like
what
that.
it is.
But like when you bake, usually everything around the edge gets a little drier because it's on the edge. And this has not. It's really incredible. And then they must be brushing the outside with some sort of syrup.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got
it is really great.
a little bit of crunch, maybe sprinkling something on there. I'm not sure.
And if you come in and you ask for the end piece, the people in the back will look at you like you know a little more than the average.
That is
okay?
true. That is true.
Okay, this is another one of the favorites. This is the chocolate banana cake. Looks like it's a bundt cake. I'm gonna give you this little piece.
Thank you.
This is my husband's favorite. I will be taking the rest home to him, or I will be in trouble. So chocolatey, crunchy, very moist. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat later. I might have to go home and sleep.
Eating a dozen pastries is going to ruin your dinner appetite? It's possible, I suppose.
It might kill me. Okay,
Boy, that is really good. It's got.
isn't it?
I'm not sure what it is that it's got a bit of a bite's not the right word, an edge to it or something. I don't know. From what it looks like, you think, oh, it's just chocolate bundt cake. Got some bananas in there.
There's probably a little bit of coffee mixed in.
But
with
yeah,
the,
it's good.
That's pretty killer. That's actually maybe the best slice of that I've had here. That was a really good one. Super moist, super chocolatey. I'm gonna jump into this. This is sort of the like classic French training, right? This is the pain au chocolat.
Would you like
Chocolate
here,
croissant?
why don't you try? Here, take this piece instead.
Here.
I'm switching him out. Make sure he gets
I'm
enough
gonna
chocolate in
grab
there.
This chocolate, and I'm
All right.
gonna stick it on the
Okay,
beautiful.
that's
oh,
another
look.
way to do it.
And that's how you know that the pastry is done right. It's the shrapnel that you get. Like right here, look at that. If you're watching,
Yep.
if half of it doesn't explode onto your table and your shirt. Lightly brushed on the top with a little sweet syrup. Man,
We don't have one today. I've had the croissants before. Croissants are excellent. You know,
and you know what? I know y'all are watching this, and this has already happened, but God doesn't exist in time, he exists out of time. So send your prayers for us as we still have a couple more to go.
I don't know. Do you think anyone's really feeling sorry for us? They're in their car. They're on the treadmill. They're wherever they are listening to the podcast, listening to us talk, complain. Oh, there's too many delicious pastries to eat.
Pastries.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's feeling sorry for us.
Send your prayers and send your thoughts. We have one more. And in my opinion, right now, This is the best dessert thing in all of Austin. And what I do is I take this home, 10 seconds in the microwave, sometimes 15, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. This is the Pecan Bar. It is everything that you love about a pecan pie, but it solves all of the problems of a pecan pie in this bar. It's not, it's
What exactly is the problem with a pecan pie?
the ratio of pecans to the syrup or the custard that it sits in is
Okay.
usually off. It's usually a lot more custard than it is pecans, and so it's really like pie with pecans. This is like, I feel like pecan is definitely winning this pastry.
I'll accept that as an answer.
And then look at this. No, don't eat yet. How dare you? Look how thick the crust is.
yeah.
See, Amanda is my people.
Well, for the people who can't see, it is about 1/3 of the height of this, maybe even a little more than that.
It's probably 3 or 4 times what a pie crust should be, or no.
Is.
What a pie crust classically is. This is what a pie crust should be, cooked all the way through. Beautiful pie crust, and for somebody who really loves bread, like Rockman, I love that the highlight in this is the crust and the pecan, and so that's why I love it so much. Cheers for the final
Cheers.
pastry.
You go ahead first, because we've learned it's not good for us both to take a bite at the same time, for those of you listening instead of watching. He may fall asleep here. I may have to wrap this one up on my own, but he does seem to have enjoyed it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bite now, all right?
And you know, there's just the right amount of salt. Like, I always know, I always know, I don't know, my body's really weird the way, whenever I cough, like salt makes me cough when it's the right amount. And I don't know why that is.
Only the right amount.
Yeah, because like if it's over salty, it doesn't make me cough.
All right.
And it's maybe like you get all that, like you're tasting all the syrup and the honey and the butter and all the things that are in there, and then right at the end you get that bits of salt, which is just, I think pastry chefs a lot of times don't use enough salt. I'm like, hit me with all the salt, spoon it in. So this is really
is good, and like you say, it's the pecans are the star of the show.
star.
There, it is not a few knocked in there. Now,
the crust and the pecans.
I've had a lot of pecan pie, including pecan pie from a vending machine.
But look at this. Half of it is crust, half of it is pecan. Like, that is masterful. This is, in its final form, cannot be better, the Pecan Bar at Rockman.
All right. Well, that's a lot of pastries. We talked about, like I said, they've got 18 each day and then some extras
Yeah.
on the weekends. We tried a large chunk of them today.
Yeah.
But even with as much as we ate, we still have to come back to finish them all up.
Yeah, we do.
And we will come back. Michael more often than me, as he said, he's here quite often. But it's over on the east side, so depending on where you're at, it's close, it's far. If it's far for you, it is worth the drive.
It really
Absolutely
is.
worth the drive.
Yeah. I would say this is a destination stop for me. Like if I'm living somewhere else, I'm coming to Austin, and I want breakfast, I'm coming to Rockman.
And she's been, as we're, she's been open, like I said, since October of 24. And I think people are still discovering this place. And
Well, yeah, hasn't even been a year yet.
no, and they're gonna have. She's gonna have a long shelf life here. She's
Thank God.
doing great work. Doing great work. All right. Any final thoughts?
No.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up and apparently take a nap or something. But all right.
Might just go to bed early, yeah.
Let's say a couple of things, though. I do want to mention, let's recap. Online, you'll find them at rockmanatx.com.
Yeah.
And we have a Facebook group.
We do?
You want to share a bit about the Facebook group, the Discover Austin Eats Facebook group?
No, I would love for you to
I-
lead me to that discovery.
Oh, all right. So we've started a
He
Facebook
does it
group.
best.
and it's in its early stages, so come join us. But it's a place for you to chime in. Let's talk about great places to eat in Austin, places that people know, people that they haven't heard of yet, places that we've talked about. But we really would encourage you to come join us in there. Just a great place for everyone to talk, food in the Austin area. Sponsors, we don't have sponsors yet. You want to be a sponsor? Chime in. I'm the only sponsor. I sell real estate. If you need help buying or selling a home, investment property, whatever it is in the Austin area, happy to help you out.
Yeah.
I think now we are ready to close this up.
Yeah, but before we do, I mean, we're going to close it pretty soon. Can you breathe in what's happening? Can you breathe in the air that is evaporated butter in this space? Is there anything better than butter air?
Well, it
right?
is.
Can you smell that?
It is one of the 5 things that you can expect, right? Caffeine, gluten,
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
butter,
Yep.
booze.
And we didn't have any booze.
We did not today, but they've got it here, as we mentioned, But if you come in,
Wine and beer.
yeah, if you come in, it's like she mentioned, if you like 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. I mean, we had 4 today, but you can come in and have all 5. All right?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. I'm Craig Smizer with 5 Realty.
And I'm Michael Zook at Zook Eats Austin on Instagram.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Discover Austin Eats.